All right, welcome back to the new episode. Today we have Tiemo in the house, and two things I love: great voice and a great financial advice. And Tiemo comes with both of them. Tiemo helps people figure out what to do with their money, how to invest it, where not to waste it, and maybe how to survive Berlin rents.
Thank you so much for having me, Adil.
I love it, Tiemo. So let's dive in.
Okay.
Let's know about your journey, how it turned from being a regular guy and then you're here as a radio jockey, killing Berlin radio stations and at the same time doing the investments.
Yes. So actually, I wanted to be in radio. I wanted to be a radio host really from childhood on. So that was like my childhood dream. And I had some first encounters with radio stations back then, and also met the right people to the right time. So it's actually also back then a lot about networking, meeting the right people at the right time, having some connections, and then, of course, doing lots of stuff voluntarily without money, internships, gaining experience, basically, and eventually coming to where I'm today. So that's my radio journey. And I think like actually entrepreneurship especially, and growing businesses and like building businesses from the beginning is a very interesting thing. I'm thinking about doing myself ever since I dropped out of school. I finished my A level, you would call it in Germany. I came up with my own first business. It was just like an official license to have a business in Germany. 2017, like 1 year after school, I've been, I think, 19 back then. And I had like some little paid jobs, like DJ, stuff like that, you know. And since I'm like born and raised in Berlin, and I really like the city, and also I'm connected with the startup scene here. I had some experiences back then in the startup scene, some jobs, some cool people I met, building fantastic things, fantastic companies. And that's how I came into it. And I really
you've been not always the charmer, huh? You've been the hustler as well.
Pretty much, actually. My mom actually tries to slow me a little bit down because she's like worried I'm working too much. Yeah. So I think I really like it. I like to hustle. I like to work, especially with the right people, with the right team. And that's also the reason I came to my job I do today. At an investment financial consulting company, basically. Pretty big one in Germany. And I first got a client there, and then we got into touch, and I really find it interesting.
That's awesome, man.
So yeah, they asked me if I want to work for them as well, and it worked out pretty well. And right now I'm still learning. I'm doing it for 1.5 years, like really with expertise. Of course, with all the entrepreneur expertise I had before. But lots of me makes absolutely sense to me, especially in a country like Germany, where many people struggle with finance, with insurances, with saving and investing, because many German people do save money, a lot of money. They do save a lot of money, but it doesn't make so much sense to put it in the bank account and wait until the inflation cuts it off.
I see. I mean, as a foreigner also, man, since I'm part of the German system, I have to learn all this tactics also. So Tiemo actually hooked me up with some English-speaking guy. He can also do for you guys. And hey, everyone, today we are in Tiemo's hood. So let's deep dive on his expertise, being behind the mic, the best communicator, and helping people with growing their investments and not putting under the bed or in the bank accounts.
The blanket,
So
I feel honored,
Perfect, Tiemo. So let's jump into bit. Let's make some, startup things. Berlin is a next Silicon Valley, like after, New York and other places. So given your experiences, I'm going to ask you one boring question, which maybe you don't like it, but here's a fun one. So building a product and making an investment, kind of the same pain, Uncertainty, stress, and hope. So what are your tips when somebody, let's say, building a product or they need investment from the market? What are the things they should look for?
What you should look for in the beginning, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, if you're building a product, or if, let's say, somebody comes to you for an investment, so what things they should look for? Or what would you look for?
I think doing something that works in the long run is the best strategy to have.
Yeah.
Always think in the long term.
Very much like German cars, right?
Yeah. Always think in the long term, in the
Yeah.
long run, because it pays off if you really have the patience,
Yeah.
if you have the endurance, and if you're willing to, for example, if you want to do an investment and you're just like wanted to make quick money, that can work and you can time the market. But still, if you're like in the only, I don't know, 5% who are really good at timing the market, it's hard still, because also like at least 50% is luck. You cannot influence. So beating the market is always hard, and so is running a short-term startup, a short-term business. Making the quick money is always, I think, a scam, or not really like a thing that really comes to happen. So you need to have endurance. You need to also put on the hustle, I think, in the beginning. But don't think like hustle means destroying your body, work until you die. As many people think, I'm more the guy who thinks like work smart, not hard. I mean, of course, a little bit hard. It's always good. You shouldn't like lay on the couch all day, just swiping on your phone.
I see.
Not really the way it works.
Yeah.
But still, don't sacrifice your life. Don't sacrifice your body and health, especially, because you always need your health. And I know some young guys, 18, 19 years old, doing business, and I know they start to work 80, 90, 100 hours a week.
And count me guilty as well.
Yeah, really? You did? Oh, you still do?
I still do.
You
I'm
still
building
do?
a
Wow.
startup as well.
Amazing.
And I'm working every day almost like 16 to 18 hours.
Wow.
But I don't have dark circles yet.
Wow. Okay, yeah, but I would suggest always look for your health, look for your personal well-being, and still hustle, but don't sacrifice your life and your health.
I see.
Because
So
you need it
work-life
in the long
balance
run.
is important, right?
Absolutely. Balance is super important, and also sleep is super important, because it's at least my personal viewpoint and a little bit what the science says.
Awesome.
Sleep deep, sleep good, because when I, like last night, I didn't sleep that well. And I feel it today. I feel more stressed a little bit.
Today
And
still you're
I'm not that
shining, man.
focused.
You're
Yeah,
shining
thank you
still
so much.
today. So
I give my best.
what Tiemo says, like it's a great advice. Building startup, you need to have entrepreneur skills, and the skills are endurance, sustainability, and don't work on like a quick fixes like a crypto bubble.
Yes.
And then at the same time, we have to focus on our health as well, right?
Yeah.
So health is important. If you don't have health and you build empire, who's gonna use that and like enjoy those luxuries, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Great.
That's a great take. Maybe one more, because I actually have a colleague who also struggled a lot and worked a lot, and he's 23, I think, and he ended up having a burnout.
Jesus.
Yeah, and
I hope he's
could
fine.
not work. We're not able to work for, I don't know, 2 or 3 months at least.
I
So
see.
that's important, and always think long term and put in the work for sure.
I mean, burnout can be of many types. Like, I mean, most of the people might not know with that concept. It's mostly the entrepreneurs we're talking about. They always want to hustle, but the burnout can be like when you are doing things, but you don't see outcome, you don't see productivity. You just want to like, you don't know where you're going. Everything start collapsing. For example, sometimes happened to me. Since the time I started a business, I can't go to gym properly. I can't clean properly. I can't cook properly. I'm just
I don't
sitting
see
on
it.
my
You're still
laptop.
booked, man. You're still massive.
I try. I
try.
did very well for the meeting today.
Yeah, just for my pleasure. Okay, thank you so much.
Great. All right.
Okay.
Nice one. So let's say there's an advice on your experience with the communication. How important is communication for the youngsters and the entrepreneurs? All right. And then does good communication skill really play a role in your financial growth?
For sure. Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
What would I say to young people? Communication is, I think, one of the most important skills to have when you want to be successful in the long term. That's not always the case. I mean, like, look at Elon Musk. Okay, so he's super successful. He's a billionaire.
Yeah. I mean,
You
his
can-
parents were rich also, as fuck.
Yeah, so you can discuss if he's a good communicator or not. But like for the regular people, if you're able to bring your message, to bring also your business USP on a point, if you can really make it clear, if I tell you my business in 1, 2, maybe 3 sentences, and you get it, and you think, wow, I need to have this, or I need to buy your service, I think then you're in a good position and a good way to communicate. So, of course, it's a part of networking, a part of bringing your business across and presenting yourself. Because if you are presenting yourself and people have a good image of your person in their minds, I think that will bring you a long way.
I see. So let me try now, guys. Tiemo, I do MVPs for entrepreneurs and startups in Berlin and help them scale from MVP to tech full products. Did you understand what I do?
You told me before. I actually knew this term a little bit before. Minimum valuable product. So we have like a test product, so you don't have to produce huge amounts of products, and then you notice that they won't sell in the long run. So,
great. But I mean, rate me on the communication skills. Did you understand perfectly what I said?
I think so. Yeah. Okay. If you're not in the tech or in the business niche, MVP is maybe a term not everybody knows. But in general, great. I think you're a good communicator.
So Tiemo understood. That's the goal. Great. All right. So let's talk about. I mean, you're living in Berlin, okay?
Yes.
And most of the expats and maybe Germans also now work in the tech industry, okay? And maybe you have some friends like me and maybe Felipe, we all working in tech industry.
Yes.
So what do you think that how finance can complement tech, and, what happens when one side is overloaded and we don't manage, we don't balance out finances and the tech, let's say entrepreneur journey.
All right.
Now here I want you to bring out your investment guy. Okay?
Yeah, I see. So you want to know either finance or tech plays the bigger role, and so how you can use both. Like before you give an example of entrepreneurship skills and the health balance. Yeah, so they both play kind of vital role if you have to be successful as an entrepreneur. So now I want to know finance and tech together, how can they play a great role? And what happens when either of them are having more score in your personal life? Okay. You see all these AI trends, all these AI products when it comes to finance as well. We have AI for pretty much everything in life right now. For texting, for coding, for communication, we have voice robots. And also for finance, of course. And I think tools that help you are a good thing to go. But still, when it comes to finance, when it comes to something that is maybe something emotionally building your house you want to live in, something personal, I'm convinced in the long run, people still want to talk to people and not to robots or to something that is important to you. The same applies for maybe law, for maybe a doctor. Of course, robots and AI can help and tech can help to do your job much more efficient than we did before. But still, it's a job and a consultation job. We want to talk to real people. We want to have transparency. We want to really have someone who's understanding us and having empathy. Maybe one day AI is also able to do this. Then maybe things are different. But until then, tech can help. And also, of course, smart brokers and things to invest more quickly and having a bigger access to the stocks market, for example, is a great thing to do. Always keep an eye of the transparency. Also co-structure wise, because many people don't know. I don't want to drop names, but some big smart brokers have this €1 per trade. But there's still hidden costs, and many people don't know about it. And you can also use this as a pretty big how do you say Hebel when you have the option to scale.
It's okay.
What is the word for it? What is the word for it? Leverage? Yeah. I think leverage. Okay, I said it again. I think when you have transparency for the cost structure, because many smart brokers have this €1 per trade, which is right, but there are also some hidden costs like arbitrage in the markets. You can save here, you buy there, and then there's a difference. But if you do it on your own and if you decide consciously, you can use this as a leverage, as a big leverage, because you can invest more money. But yeah, I'd say like tech is a good thing to start with. And what it really did, what tech really did is it made so many more people able to invest. And that's a great thing, I think, for your personal growth and personal financial growth.
Okay, I see. Thank you so much. I mean, yeah. So what I will conclude now.
Yes.
So let's say I'm a foreigner, okay? I'm living in Germany, like Berlin, since 7 years. And I mean, there's secret hacks, German hacks, the way you can save money, right?
Okay.
Like you earn, let's say, 4,000 euros per month, 5,000 euros per month. And then like 30% goes to your tax. And like, of course, there are a lot of other, benefits also in the long term. But how can someone like from the day first, let's say from their first salary, can start saving money or maybe do good investments? So they have, maybe let's say in short term, some profits and maybe in the long term as well. So what 3 advices would you give to a new person entering into German, or let's say a German who never invested, want to now do the investing?
Okay, so in Germany, we have this big social system, we have the Krankenkasse, we have the Rentenversicherung. We are all about insurances. And many people are paying way too much money for the insurances.
Okay.
So really check which money you pay for insurances. Maybe there's the cheaper health insurance. So have this in mind. Also, the next thing we have in Germany is, of course, taxes. We pay a lot of taxes. But there are so many, of course, legal ways you can cut your taxes. And also get money from the government, get money from the state to build your own health wealth, basically. So your pension. You can build your pension with the help of the government, and many people don't know about it. So guys,
pension is the favorite topic of Germans.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's an important thing because you wanna also have a good life later on and investing. And the German government is helping you to build your own wealth. Many people don't know about it. And of course, I think that's more a tip for not only foreigners but also Germans. Really like watch your expenses. If you go downstairs getting a coffee every day, I mean like $3, $4, $5.
Hey,
but
you
if
have
you do
you have a close friend who does it every day.
Is he in a room with me here today? Yeah,
I don't think so.
I think his name starts with F. Okay, I see. I mean that's like $5 a day. Let's say $5 a day, and you do it 20 days in a month. That would be like $100 per month only for coffee. And imagine investing only €100 per month in a ETF like MSCI World. You have like about 6% interest per year. And if you sum this up and you have the interest of the interest and stuff like this, that could be in the long run. We can maybe calculate it afterwards and cut it in the video. But that could be in the long run only because you only drink no more coffee outside. So much money in the long run because you then have, I don't know, maybe 100K for 30 years you saved because of the interests. Because you drink not so much coffee outside, Stop drinking to-go coffee.
I know. That's a great tip. I mean, investments and like looking for. I know. I just had a session with one of your colleagues also. He told me like, how can I save my taxes? So, for example, I mean, if somebody is renting out and you guys have some investment, so you can just put that in your tax returns when you're claiming the tax, so you could save some money. I mean, I didn't know before that. So that's something. It's always in a room for, I would say, learning, like a smart wealth management. So saving on taxes. I think it's a big
Big
one.
thing in Germany for
and
sure.
if you have claimed your tax already for this year, you're not gonna get back the money. But
Yeah.
for the next year, it's time to be a smart mover.
Absolutely, you can. If also one very important thing you just mentioned, just claim your taxes back, because if you don't do it, you're basically giving the government free money. You give it to them, and you can get about 1K to 1.5K a year just because you claim your taxes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I usually use tax fix.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does help, but it doesn't tell you about the investment, like the hidden secrets, where you can get back, a lot of money, which is not visible. So probably, we should maybe do a separate session.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah.
Also, maybe in the finance office next time.
Yes.
But that's also where we come in place, because a colleague of mine from our company is also working for TaxFix.
Okay.
You can get a discount code. If you're like working with us, and then you can save also on TaxFix for the money, and you can invest that money too, right? To build your wealth.
I see. Great. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I have one more question.
Okay. Here we go.
Let's say smart money for builders. Builders like developers, builders like company builders. So let's say a young founder is listening to you right now.
Okay.
And they have got a little funding, maybe some revenue from their product as well. What's one smart money move they would do? Okay, I will say it. What's one smart money move they would do, and one thing they should definitely not do?
I'd say, especially in the first years of building your company, building your own business, always think money and always think business. So invest all your money you earn extra into your business. It's your investment. It's your way to go. Don't go to Bali. Don't spend 10K just for a nice fancy trip.
See.
Invest all the money in your business, and it will pay off. And one thing to avoid, oppositely, would be the same, I'd say, because I'd say avoid to brag.
I see.
Avoid to be wanting to be someone you're not really.
Exactly.
Because also in the business, it's a lot about trust.
Yes.
Personally, and also for our company, it's a lot about transparency,
I see.
being authentic.
Authenticity.
Don't brag, don't spend your money on bullshit. I mean, you can if you're at a special point or a certain point in life and you have some millions in your bank account. Of course, do your fancy vacation trip with your girlfriends and have fun.
Yeah, on that, somebody gave me a good advice. So if you can buy 3 cars, buy one only.
Yeah, that's it pretty much. Yeah, I mean, there are so many young people having a loan for a car, and then they're having debts until, I don't know, they're like 35. And then maybe financially they are starting to invest and start with 35. But they could have started with the age of 20 if they had put all the money they spent for the car in investing, and you have the interest of 6% in the year. And then in the end, you would I don't know, have some millions in the end.
Totally. So do is like put all your profits in the first year, what you're getting in growing your business.
Absolutely.
And not to is don't brag, just don't go crazy. If you get a little money, save it for the later celebrations. Yeah. Okay, great summary.
And maybe one more point. And celebrate your successes with the close ones.
Yeah.
But do not brag about it, and like better be how do I say? Let people find out you're successful and do not tell about it.
I see.
So if you have a nice car, if you have a Lamborghini, don't brag about the car.
Yes.
Just like put it off casually because you own it.
Exactly. I don't have Lamborghini, man.
Not yet. But don't talk about it. Be about it.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not gonna talk about it, Tiemo. Thank you so much. That's a great advice, Tiemo. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I think let's do the closing.
Okay.
So today we talked about smart money moves, how to stay sharp in Berlin or Germany, and then if you're a startup founder or you're wanting to build a product MVP, let's say, so what you have to do in that case. Perfect. Now let's close, Tiemo, our talk with 3 tips you will give to I mean, you have given already a lot of tips, okay? But let's say if you were back 10 years, what 3 advices would you give yourself to be successful in today's world?
Yeah, it's about investing and invest in yourself. I mean, I did it too. I started to invest money in myself, in my skills, learn things. Think money, take your time to think money.
Yeah.
And work on yourself. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't be lazy. Don't play video games all the time. You can, of course,
Yep.
if it's making fun for you. But yeah, really worship your time and appreciate your time you
Yep.
have on this beautiful planet, and try to make the most out of it. Try to make the most out of it.
I see.
And sounds a bit weird, but maybe don't have too much headache about women.
I see.
So concentrate on yourself, and if the love comes, it's beautiful, and go for it.
Yeah.
But do not try to make yourself crazy about women and
I see.
dating too much.
So no more personal branding Instagrams.
You can do personal branding,
Okay,
but
that's
it's not
great.
only about dating. It's also
right.
about business and
I see.
your personal brand. And if you're doing the right things, the right women come to you anyways, I think.
see. I mean, yeah,
Sounds
man,
a little
that's-
bit bullshitty, but
I think it's always like that, man.
Yeah.
If you're authentic out there, you put out there. So it's more about like putting out yourself out there.
Absolutely.
And the right person, I mean, gonna like find you.
absolutely. And be happy with yourself. Love yourself. It sounds like a little bit woo, but no, it's true. If you're not able to accept yourself, to love yourself, to love your personality, how you look like, really love the person you are, not in a way of narcissism, not in a way Donald Trump maybe does, but really like the person, love the person you are, appreciate yourself, and only then you can also appreciate other people and attract the right people into your life you want to do business with, you want to date, you want to grow a beautiful life with.
Perfect. Sounds great, man. Thank you so much for your time today. And I really
welcome.
enjoyed. I hope the podcast, when it goes out, can be really beneficial for a lot of people. And maybe people
you.
say that, hey, bring Tiemo back. And we want to have another session, especially on the how to save taxes. That's, I think,
it's a
one of
big
the
point,
key
right?
topic. We should probably do it.
I mean, I'm not a tax advisor, but I can give some
But I
basic
think
tips
as an
for
investment guy, you got some,
Absolutely.
secret hacks. Like most of people don't know. I don't know actually. How you could like get back 1,000 or maybe 1,500, back due to tax claims.
We
Great.
only have to do the disclaimer under the video and in the end card, and then we're set to go.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much for great advices. And I think
welcome.
we will
Thank you.
see each other again.
Absolutely, man.
So I think you should do the radio closing as you do for
Okay. I go in German probably because it's my
Sure,
mother tongue.
sure.
Okay. 104.6 RTL Berlin und Brandenburg Hitradio. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ich bin raus. Wir hören uns dann am Wochenende wieder in den RTL Top 40 und bis dahin wunderschönen Samstagabend. Bis dann.
Schön. Ciao, ciao.
Bis dann. Ciao.